6 years is a long stretch of time, long enough to rebuild a life, move to another city, change your name, and even convince yourself that the past has loosened its grip. But the truth has a way of lurking in the shadows, patient, sharp, and ready to strike when you least expect it. I had betrayed my husband, Daniel, with the last person I should have trusted, my boss, Richard. It was never something I planned, and I never believed it would last. But temptation often wears the mask of comfort, and I let myself fall for it. At the time, Daniel was working 2 jobs, running on exhaustion, his mind and presence far from me in every sense. Richard, on the other hand, knew exactly how to make me feel noticed, how to speak in ways that made me believe I mattered. I mistook his manipulation for genuine care. The affair lasted 3 months before Daniel found the messages. I confessed everything. He didn't yell, didn't cry. He simply packed a bag and walked out. I begged. I wept. But he was gone. 2 weeks later, divorce papers arrived. My hands trembled as I signed, my heart in pieces. By the time the divorce was finalized, Richard had already moved on to another woman in the office. The weight of my choices stayed with me, haunting me every day. I left my job, relocated to a new city, and tried to start over. But guilt is a shadow. You can't outrun it. I tried dating again, but nothing lasted. I sabotaged every relationship that felt too good, convinced deep down that I no longer deserved love. Nights were silent and cold. Sometimes I'd lie awake wondering where Daniel was, who he might be with, and whether he had found peace. I hoped he had, because even if I didn't deserve it, he did. Then one evening at a business conference in Boston, I saw him. He was across the room, speaking to someone. He looked sharper, more confident than I remembered. My heart froze. I could never forget that face, or the pain I had put on it. I tried to hide behind a group of attendees, silently praying he hadn't noticed me. My palms grew slick, every instinct urging me to leave. But fate had other plans. Minutes later, I turned a corner, and there he was, standing still, looking directly at me. His expression revealed nothing, not anger, not surprise, just silence. "Hi, Daniel." I managed my voice brittle. He gave a short nod. "Amanda." I thought he'd walk away, but instead, he gestured toward an empty bench in the hallway. "You have 5 minutes," he said. We sat. My throat tightened as old emotions surged like a rising tide. "I'm sorry," I whispered. "I've wanted to tell you that for years. I just didn't know if it mattered." He studied me for a long moment. "It mattered then. Now? I'm not sure." Tears burned my eyes. I've never stopped regretting it. Every day, every moment. He leaned back, arms folded. "Why did you do it?" I swallowed hard. I felt alone, unseen. "But that's no excuse. You were exhausting yourself for us, and I—" "You chose someone else?" he finished. "Yes," I admitted. "And I lost everything because of it." His jaw tightened as he looked away. "Do you think about it often?" "Every day," I whispered. The silence between us grew heavy, and the conference crowd faded into nothing. "I'm married now," he said finally. My chest tightened, but I forced a smile. "She's lucky. Her name's Elena. We have a daughter, she's 5. "That's beautiful," I replied softly, swallowing the ache in my chest. Then he asked, "Did you ever love me, Amanda?" "Yes," I answered without hesitation. I never stopped. His brows lifted slightly, but his face remained calm. "Then why didn't you fight harder?" "Because I thought I didn't deserve you anymore." He rose slowly. "Maybe you didn't, but I've made peace with it." I stood too, wiping away a tear. "I hope you're happy, Daniel." "Truly." "I am," he said with a nod. "I hope you find peace too." And then he walked away. No final glance, no bitterness, just quiet closure. I stood there for a long time, staring at the spot where he disappeared. And for the first time in years, the weight I had carried began to lift. Maybe forgiveness doesn't always need to be spoken aloud. Maybe sometimes it's simply understood. And maybe that's enough.